How's it going, everyone? This is Daniel. In this video, we're going to be talking about Tesla stock and the overall stock market. We're going to go over a look at exactly why Tesla stock went down today. We're going to go over talk about exactly some important news that came out for Tesla, and also why Cathie Wood is buying Tesla stock at these current prices. So we're going to be talking about all this important information in this video coming up. As you can see over here, we have Tesla today sitting at $628.16. We're down 6.93%. Unfortunately, we went below the key price point levels we're watching, which is around $650. We actually closed below it, so Tesla stock is definitely in a downtrend in the short term. But when you compare what happens to the overall stock market with Tesla, as you can see, we're seeing an aggressive sell-off in the NASDAQ. We have Google down 5.14%. Remember, they have a stock split coming up. Amazon, that's down 3.21%. They also have a stock split coming up. And also we have Tesla, that is down 6.92%. But there are some sectors that are relatively recovering pretty good, like some of the retail stocks that got crushed last week, with the exception of Target. Target just continuously dropping again. Healthcare stocks showing some strength. And we also have energy sector that was relatively flat throughout the day. But when you look at it, go over in detail to look at exactly why Tesla is dropping significantly, 6.92%, was that we are getting some revisions when it comes to Tesla price targets. So this is mainly because of the COVID lockdown that's happening in Shanghai. We have a new analyst that came out and slashed the price target for Tesla from $1,150 to $800. And he basically mentioned that the issue, the lockdown, the pause of production from the Shanghai Gigafactory can have an impact on their earnings. We know that even in the Q1 earnings are called, they mentioned that, okay, we are potentially going to have some issues with production and deliveries because of the pause in production. And they are planning to get back to the pre-COVID production levels. Yesterday we talked about that Tesla is planning to ramp up production to pre-lockdown Apple levels. So they are planning to implement to get back to the levels that they were pre-lockdown levels. So this is one of their plans, is that they are going to basically have two shifts. In the past, we talked about that there are some employees that were living in the Gigafactory over there. They get their food, their bed, and they're basically living there and working at the same time too. Now they have they're quarantining, and they have like two shifts. So they have a first shift, they work and they quarantine for 24 hours, and they have another second shift that they quarantine for 48 72 hours, so that they be able to get back into level. So they broke it down to two shifts. So that is one of their plans, to catch up to the production and also potentially ramp up the output to the pre-COVID lockdown levels that they were talking about in this article. So another important thing to watch out for Tesla, even though everything seems kind of negative, that we have Cathie Wood that is seeing the opportunity. Tesla stock is down significantly. It crashed 32% in a month in spite of all this negative catalyst that is coming out left and right, and it's a great opportunity to buy. Cathie Wood is buying $10 million Tesla shares at the current prices, and Tesla has been really attractive the past few days. Of course, even when Tesla when it went below $800, it was attractive. Now it went below $700, and another key price point level that we're watching is around $600. Yesterday we are seeing some very good recovery across the tech, across NASDAQ. Unfortunately, we have the CEO of Snapchat that came in after the market closed, and he cut their guidance significantly. As you can see, Snapchat crashed 42% based off of his comments, what he said. Basically all of big tech companies like Google, Facebook, that went down aggressively, and unfortunately it took the entire NASDAQ down with it based off of what he had to say. And as you can see, the stock's just getting crushed, and their earnings are also not coming up pretty soon too, so it's going to be in next month. So it's looking pretty bad for Snapchat.
Snap's surprise pre-announcement is really one of the big factors that's catalyzed this wave of selling across the tech sector and the broader markets. Of course, we are seeing Snap shares on track for their worst day on record. That stock still off about 40% on an intraday basis, just over 40%, and the NASDAQ Composite, the worst performing index among the S&P 500 and the Dow. Now, this is the key warning from Snap's filing that's really spooking investors. That is, quote, since we issued guidance on April 21st, 2022, the macroeconomic environment has deteriorated further and faster than anticipated. As a result, we believe it is likely that we will report revenue and adjusted EBITDA below the low end of our Q2 2022 guidance range. So as recently as the end of last month, Snap had forecasted revenue growth of between 20 and 25% for the second quarter and adjusted EBITDA between break even and $50 million. So we are now looking for these results to come in on the low end of those ranges. But then what I will point out is that this was really a pretty terse statement from Snap. It didn't really elaborate exactly what in the macroeconomic environment was weighing on these results here. But nevertheless, we are seeing this selling really broadening out to the other tech adjacent stocks, including Meta platforms, including Pinterest and Twitter. So really this contagion we're seeing rippling across the broader markets as well today, guys.
Yeah, but the overall market still held its ground, even though we've been getting hit pretty bad with all these big tech companies selling off aggressively to the downside. As you can see, we're only down 0.76%. We traded lower, and as you can see over here, we're still staying above the key price point levels that we're watching for the overall market, SPY, S&P 500 ETFs. Now let's talk about exactly what to expect for Tesla stock for tomorrow. So for tomorrow at 2 p.m., we have the FOMC minutes. That could potentially have some impact on the overall market. So if the overall market goes down, Tesla might go down with it. And unless we get any kind of positive news coming out for Tesla, we might see some form of a sell-off, a continuation move to happen for Tesla stock. But we are in a very, very solid buying opportunity territory in the current moment, because as you see, we have Cathie Wood that is seeing a very, very massive opportunity for Tesla. She's usually selling Tesla when it was above $1,000. Now she's buying it. So Tesla stock is at a pretty decent discount price as of right now. Another important thing to watch out for Tesla is, of course, the Elon Musk and Twitter deal. Elon Musk is using his Tesla shares as a collateral. And if Tesla stock just continues to drop, we might get an update on exactly how he is going to potentially be changing the agreement, changing the deal, because the deal was really set up when Tesla was trading at around $900 to $800. He was selling his shares right around over here, and right now we're down significantly. And he used his Tesla shares like collateral to get more money from the banks, and we'll see if we get any kind of updates, because a lot of people were worried, okay, if Tesla stock drops to $600 to $500, what could that mean for Elon Musk acquiring Twitter? Is there going to be some form of revision, or even if he finalizes the deal, what could potentially be happening with his Tesla shares? Is he forced to sell Tesla shares, anything like that? That is the big concern that investors have right now with the Tesla stock and Elon Musk and the Twitter deal. So that is another drama that we need to be watching out for. Of course, the sexual misconduct also did not help. That came out a few days ago. But right now, I think if you're a long-term investor, it's definitely a fantastic opportunity to buy, just like what Cathie Wood just did. So, but unfortunately, if you even bought like right around over here, if you bought like at the beginning of the year, you're down significantly. But just really stay put. If you have high conviction with Tesla, it's definitely going to be paying off within the next few years, the next few decades, if you're going to be holding Tesla for the long term. So that's just my personal opinion when it comes to that. So of course, we also have some important economic data coming out throughout the week. Also, we have on Thursday initial jobless claims coming out, and we also have key inflation data coming out on Friday too. So that is going to be also really, really important. So this week is definitely going to be rocky, so just keep in mind that. And of course, if you're new to the channel, to make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notification bell. If you have any comments or any questions, drop in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. But I'll catch you guys on another video. Have a wonderful day.